All right, so I just woke up. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I think I've been asleep for maybe 2 hours. I had this dream. It's pretty marvelous. It was I was in the front of my house, and there was a tarp in the back of my house, and this tarp held a massive amount of water, but I didn't realize how much water was in it, right? And I pulled on the tarp from the front of my house, even though the tarp was in the back of my house. And when I pulled on it, it broke, and all this water started rushing towards me, and and out my front, and then it hung a right, and it went down towards my creek, okay, and I watched it go. It was massive, massive rush of water. I was amazed. I couldn't believe that tarp held so much water. I marveled. And then the creek overflowed its banks, and the water went upstream and came back around, and actually went out into the neighborhood, also, but it also circled back towards me and towards my house. And I'm still sitting there in the front yard, and I see it coming, and and I jump up on the porch at like the last second to escape this rush of water because it was moving real fast. And I went up higher, like I don't know, like towards my roof or something. And I look out and I see the massive flood, and people are running to escape it, just like I jumped up on my deck. It was like you didn't want to get washed away, right? So, and I see a person scoop up their child at the last second, and they escaped. And it didn't look like anybody died, right? But, and then immediately after I went up to higher ground, someone's knocking at my door, and they're looking in like, oh, we need to get in. We need to get, where are you? And I yelled at them, hey, come on in, and then they came in, they were saved. And I just wanted to share that because, and guys, I'm wearing the same white shirt, right? So the Lord told me to wear white. This is like the nicest white shirt I have. So I just take it on and off when I do videos. All right? I'm not wearing it for days on end. Okay. But anyways, this dream, the massive flood, it was amazing how much water came out of a tarp in the back. I didn't realize it held that much water. And yeah, I'm going to think about this. I think I pretty much already know the interpretation, but I'm going to give it a second, and I'll add it to the video before I put this out. All right, I'm back. So it's only been a couple minutes, and I just had to ask the Lord real quick, and he just showed me real fast. He said, Mark, yesterday you woke up with a song in your heart from your childhood once again, and it went like this. If I see the well of living water, I will stop and take a drink. If I see the well of living water, I will stop and take a drink. If I see the well of living water, I will stop and take a drink, and I won't tag along behind. Okay, and I was singing that song, and I went into my room and I began worshiping God powerfully. I mean, powerfully. And it was powerful, powerful worship. Like my words to God were alive. Do you understand? They just were. And I said, Lord, you made me the head of the church, and with that power and with that authority that comes with that role, I asked him, I said, Lord, the glory dome above my house, okay, because the Shekinah glory came in. It's just been sitting above my house, okay? And I asked him, I said, Lord, expand it, over my entire town of Hodges, South Carolina, and just expand it. And do that for me. He says, yeah, sure. Like he had been waiting for me to say that, okay? And he was happy to do it. And it's like he did it right away. And so the angels that surround my house, they still are. But it spread out, poof, and just went to like cover the whole town. Now, people don't know it's here. right? They don't know it's here. But it protects the city, okay? The town of Hodges, South Carolina. Now, you can believe that or don't believe. But anyways, this is what happened. And so, okay, my prayer before I went to bed, and this has been the prayer of my heart for like the last month. Lord, I'm going to seek until I find. I'm going to ask until I receive. And I'm going to knock until you open the door of revelation to me. Okay, and this has been my prayer. And this was even my prayer, when the Shekinah glory came, and then he gives me the pen already scribe. So anyways, the interpretation of the dream is this, right? The water that was in the tarp, is living water. It's like the well of living water, and it rushes out. And this rush out, this happened when I released my book. Okay, and I didn't realize it was a massive rush of living water. I mean, I knew that this book would help like millions of people to understand. Okay, but I didn't realize how fast it rushed out, and it rushed out so fast, like people were just thinking it's a regular flood and they're like running from it. And even me, it was just so massive. It's just the instinct of a human being to try to escape a massive rush of water that comes at you, right? And so that's what it was. It was living water. And some people, made it to my house, and I told them to come in and they were saved, and they were happy, But yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, it's marvelous. And actually, before I went to bed, I'm like, Lord, I don't ask for this a lot, but I said, Lord, just give me a dream, or a vision, that I can tell the people to help them, And so I don't know. I went to bed like midnight, and then I was up by 2:30 with this dream. So, anyways, that is what it is. I'm gonna add this, get it out, so you guys can be blessed. All right. God bless you.